Hello everyone. Hopefully I am working okay. This has been a bit of a technical issue again this morning as usual, but hopefully we're going to have it working okay. So when you jump on, please let me know you're watching. Okay, it says live now. Let me know that everything's okay. Hello Emma, hello Randy, Margaret, Sandy, Karen. How are you? Thank you for joining me. So hopefully everything's going to go okay this morning. I tweaked a few of my settings on my sorry, hang on. What's going on here? Sorry. My phone just decided to log out, so I can't do much crafting if my phone's logged out. I don't know what is going on this morning. I'm sure the gods are against me trying to do a live video. But anyway, hopefully we can get this sorted and we will be on our way. So just bear with me while I do this. Sometimes modern technology just doesn't work for us. Hey Pamela, how you going? Hey Rhonda, how you going? Remote camera. Okay, camera. Come on. It already says I'm connected. Waiting for connection. Sorry. Thank you for sharing. So, while I'm waiting for my device to actually work properly, I will have a bit of a chat with you. So we've got our new mini catalogue that's going to go live very, very soon. Let me see, have I got no internet on here? Yes, it's on. Yeah. So our new catalogue, mini catalogue, is going live on the 3rd of January. And I think we're all probably a little bit, that's okay. We'll try again. See if it works. Yes, okay. Our new mini catalogue is going live on the 3rd of January. And some of these items you can actually purchase and put into your starter kit. So if you love what I do this morning, because I'm using all the brand new products, because I don't know about you, but are you a little bit tired of seeing Christmas things? Are you sick of the Christmas crafting? Type in the comments and let me know whether you want to. Hey Janet, how you going? From Wollongong. How's it going down there? I wonder how yous are going with the fires and things. I know we've got smoke everywhere. I think nearly everywhere in Australia's got smoke, but so thank you for joining from Wollongong. So I'm going to do some crafting this morning, and I was all organised until I had technical issues. And I am going to use a brand new product, and I'm going to do 4 cards for you this morning. So using some different products. So I can't show you the inside of the catalogue just yet. I will, let me see that. Okay, so I will go down to my desk. Sorry, everything is just like doing weird things this morning. So, okay, I'm going to get my computer up here so I can see everyone's comments, hopefully. Let's pop it there so I can see your comments a bit better so I don't keep looking off to the side all the time. So this is our brand new catalogue, and it has a mini catalogue which I don't have right here with me. Where is it? Here. A celebration catalogue as well. So, it is a fantastic time to join right now, because anything that I use today you can put in your starter kit. So There's great joining specials in Celebration, but it's also an awesome time to join now because you end up getting one extra whole month of earning these free Celebration items. So, hello Louise, how are you? From England, 11 p.m. on Friday night. Well, welcome and thank you for joining me. Not tired of Christmas, but really looking forward to the new catalogue, Trish. Yes, it is. Hey Angie, how you going? It is absolutely a gorgeous catalogue. So I don't think that you will be disappointed with this catalogue, I can tell you. And earning the free items is just an added bonus. Like to be able to spend $90 and earn a free item out of this gorgeous catalogue. And there will be more than just this. They will give us more free items. So just when you think that you might have nearly everything in this book, they will bring out something else. So yes, it is. Thanks, Christine. It is. We are struggling really bad with the fires, and I mean, I'm pretty lucky that we're not actually close to the fires, but we're close enough that we're getting a lot of smoke. And there's a lot of people that have got. We have 3 asthmatics in our family, so there's a lot of us that are having trouble breathing and things with the amount of smoke that's around. So it's not real pretty, but you know what? That's life, and we can put up with it because there's not much else we can do about it. So we just hope that everyone's safe and nobody gets harmed by all the fires. So I can't show you the inside of the catalogue, but I'm actually going to show you some gorgeous crafting with some of these items. So one of the items, and I need to have my catalogue opened. I'll grab that. I need to have my catalogue open so I can tell you what the names of everything is. This one is gorgeous. This one I thought would be fantastic for, I'm going to Maui next year, so I thought it would actually be fantastic for my Maui trip to do some scrapbooking. It's called Timeless Tropical. So this is the stamp set. This card that I'm doing, I'm not actually using the stamp set. But that's the stamp set, and there's actually gorgeous framelits that match the stamp set. Yes, Mother Nature at its best at the moment, yes. Well done, Margaret. Margaret's taking notes of things that she might want to buy. So this is the gorgeous framelits. So we've got framelits that will cut out this beautiful hibiscus flower. It will cut out the gorgeous... the frangipani. I was trying to think of what it was. Frangipani, the leaves, cuts out the beautiful palm trees. You've got this gorgeous big pineapple that you can cut out. It's got leaves, it's got flowers, it's got the word aloha. So it's absolutely a really stunning bundle. So what I'm actually going to do is, it's got some really beautiful designer series paper that goes with it, but they actually have Memories and More cards. So I'm going to bring in the Memories and More cards and show you what we have in these Memory and More cards. And I'm actually going to use one of the cards today to show you how you can use these cards in your crafting. You're loving the suite, you've just ordered it, Louise? Yeah. Hey Matthew, how you going? Thanks for joining. Hello from Capalaba. Do you know, Sylvia, that my brother lives near Capalaba? And I was actually only up that way. I was at Redland Bay on Thursday. My daughter purchased a car from up there and we had to go up and pick it up. So I know exactly where Capalaba is. So there you go. And it's always handy having family that are around. I rang him and said, can you go and check this car out for me? I think it's exactly what she wants. And so he went and checked out the car and did a bit of dealing for us. And yeah, she got a really nice car. So we were up there and picked it up and now we're back. And she's having a lovely time cruising around in her car. So we've got these gorgeous Memories and More cards. They're both double-sided. So we have patterns on both sides. Great for journaling when you're doing your scrapbooking. Also great for making cards and quick cards and easy cards. So there's some really, really great patterns and great designs in these cards. And I love Memories and More cards for making quick, easy cards. Who out there that's watching, who loves, yay to the pineapple, says Christine, who loves the Memories and More cards for making really quick, easy cards? I know that in our holiday catalogue, we have the I think it's called Christmas Time is Coming or something like that, that we have the Memories and More cards, which are absolutely stunning and easy, quick cards. So I'm going to show you today. So these are the little 3x4 cards, and we've also got some 6x4 cards as well. So these are great for doing card fronts and making as backgrounds, and then popping a sentiment on it for your cards. So there's some really, like even that one there, a little bit of ribbon and a few embellishments, and you have a card already done. So that's how easy it is with these gorgeous Memories and More cards. And they're very reasonable. I'm just going to check and see if I can find the price for you for the Memories and More cards. Where are we? Page 40. So it's page 40 in your catalogue if you already have a catalogue. And it hasn't got the cards right there. Okay, the Memories and More cards are $19.25. I was going to say, I was thinking that they were only around $20. So $19.25 for the pack of these cards, which is quite reasonable. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to bring in, so I've checked out the colour coordination with this designer series paper, and I have petal pink. Yeah, I'm sorry if it's blurry. It's probably my internet. My internet is not doing very well today. It said that it wasn't very strong, and I've got everybody off the internet. I've turned everything off, but I think it's due to the smoke. The signal is, we're having a hard time with the signal. So I do apologize if it's a little bit blurry. So I've got a floaty flamingo base. I've cut it at 5 3/4 by 8 inches. And I will fold that in half, and that will give me a card front size of 4 inches by 5 3/4 inches. And I'll just grab a bone folder. Yeah, so I do apologize everybody for the internet, but it's out of my control at the moment. So I've got some mint macaron card base, and I've also got a lovely lipstick card base layer, and I've actually embossed it using this gorgeous embossing folder that we have in our brand new catalog. Now this is like a basket weave embossing folder. I'm not quite sure of the name of it. I haven't got used to the names, but I just thought it just created a bit of texture on the back. So yes, Memories and More packs are beautiful, aren't they? So I'm just going to, with my liquid Tombow, I'm going to adhere that to my mint macaron layer. Okay. Now I've got like an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. So just like so. And I'm bringing out, because this is the card that I wanted to use. It says Tropical State of Mind. So I thought I could make a really quick, easy card using this. So we've actually got some beautiful new mint macaron ribbon as well in our new catalogue. Okay, so it's clear for some, so yeah. Sorry if it's blurry. It depends on your internet on your end as well. Like if you don't have a stronger internet on your end, it can be a little bit blurry as well. Okay, so I'm going to pop that up, but I want to pop a little bit of ribbon underneath just to add a little bit of interest, and then I'm going to add a bow as well. So these are really great ideas for really super quick cards. So as you'll see, I'll just pop a bit of double-sided tape on the back there. You're enjoying the embossing folders, Angie? I know, they are stunning, and we have quite a few new ones in the new catalogue, which is great. And I love embossing folders. It adds a lot of texture to your background, and it just makes your card have a lot more of a wow factor. So I've just taken the backing off that double-sided tape, and I'm just going to turn that over and see where I want that ribbon. So I just want to pop it into my double-sided tape like so, and stick it into that one. And then I'll trim that off. Okay, so now I'm going to pop that up onto some dimensionals. Now with dimensionals, what I normally do is I put one in each corner. Because this is the longer side, I put one down in the middle on the longer side. And then I just straddle one in there and one in there. And that is totally enough to keep that layer sitting up on your card. Hey Paula, thanks for joining. Hey Wendy, thanks for joining. Thank you for sharing, Wendy. So feel free to share my video either on YouTube or on your Facebook, any social media platform that you have. Feel free to share my video. Sharing my video just gets it out there to a lot more people so that they can see my crafting and enjoy some crafting and see these beautiful products that we have available. So I'm just going to mount that now onto my Flirty Flamingo base. Aren't these colors just stunning? Like I'm looking at them thinking, wow, they are just lovely. You love the pink bird and you love the folders, yes. Okay, so I'm going to now pop that one up onto some dimensionals as well. Now our dimensionals are very reasonably priced. You get 300 in a pack and there is 100 per sheet. So they last a fair while. And I probably use dimensionals on every card that I make. I don't think that there's a card that I make that I don't. Hey Jessica, how you going? Hey Clay fan, how you going? Thank you for sharing. Yes. Yes, Margaret, feel free to, I'm happy to, if you want to email me your phone number, Margaret, I'm happy to have a chat with you on the phone. No pressure whatsoever. It's just easier to answer questions when you're on the phone. Gorgeous colors. They are stunning. Absolutely stunning. So I'm now going to tie like a cute little bow. So once again, I'm going to show you how I do my bows. So I create a loop, but I don't create the loop sitting on top of the ribbon. I create it a little bit like the Cancer ribbon emblem, and I'm going to take it around and create a loop without twisting the ribbon, and then I'm just going to push that through. Now this is a lot thinner than our other mint macaron ribbons, so it's actually and I've twisted that while I've been chatting, but anyway, hopefully that will work. Okay, yeah, not too bad. And then when you've got your loops at the size that you want, and so because this is a fairly fine looking, I just want a little bow for that front. So I'm just going to then, so you pull your two loops and your two ends to make your bow sit really nice, okay? And then we're going to trim those ends off. And this one I'm actually going to glue on with a glue dot. I know I say that I always glue them on with double-sided tape, but I'm going to use a glue dot because it's such fine ribbon. I don't want that double-sided tape coming out from behind. And I'm just going to pop that little ribbon right there. Now, I'm also going to add a little bit of shimmer to this card. So I'm going to grab my Wink of Stella, and I'm going to grab actually probably just my bone folder. I want something hard to smack it on, and I'm just going to put some shimmer over that card with our Wink of Stella. So just banging something hard, and you'll find it's probably very hard to see in the video, but it creates gorgeous shimmer on the card. So to see it in real life, the shimmer is gorgeous. So there you have a super, super quick, easy card using the Memories and More pack. So don't bypass these Memories and More cards, because I can tell you they are very, very easy for using to make some quick, easy cards. Yes, there is dies with the stamp set, Linda. We have the stamp set, and you also have the framelits that match. So the framelits actually will cut out your flowers, your palm trees. They won't cut out the little, oh yes, we do have the little pineapple. We can cut it out. We have extra leaves as well. You can cut your leaves out. We have the word aloha, and we have the big pineapple. So yes, definitely dies that go with the stamp set. And depending on whether you like the frangipani or whether you like the hibiscus flower, there's a couple of choices with the flower. So I'm now going to do a card using this gorgeous stamp set and the framelits. So I'm going to bring that over. Okay, so now we have some designer series paper that matches this gorgeous set. So what I did was I looked at this piece of designer series paper and thought, what colors can I pull out of that to make my card? So one of the main things was the real red. So I decided to have real red as an accentuating layer, and I decided that I would do it on Daffodil Delight. Now on the back of our designer series paper, it tells you all the colors that go with our stamp sets. So go with our designer series paper. So Stampin' Up do all the hard work for us. They take all the guesswork out for us. Now in this beautiful suite, there is our gorgeous braided trim, which is absolutely stunning. We're going to be using that on our card. We also have these cute little mini elements. We have a few different things. We have a leaf. We have a little guitar, so I'll bring them up a little bit. We have a hibiscus flower, and we have a pineapple. So gorgeous metallic elements, which are fantastic, and we're going to be using some on this card today as well. So I'm going to pop all that aside, and I'm going to start with, I decided that I wanted to stamp the hibiscus flower. Sorry, I've got a few pieces here that I need to just pop there. So I decided that I wanted to stamp the hibiscus flower and actually colour it a little bit with some sponges. So I started off doing it on the pineapple, sorry, on the, yeah, I'm sorry. My internet is playing up, Wendy, so it's probably on my end. I'm sorry. It's coming and going. But there's not a lot I can do about it at the moment. Like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's just, it kept saying that the stream was not strong, and it's always strong. But for some reason this morning, I would just say that there's probably more people on the internet this morning. So I'm terribly sorry if it is playing up. But anyway, there's not a lot I can do about that at this stage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my real red, and I'm going to stamp my hibiscus flower in real red. So I'm going to stamp that down over here. And then I'm also going to use my Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going to stamp a couple of green leaves. And I'm just going to do a little bit, oops, that one was not good. My Pear Pizzazz needs re-inking. I'll use the edges. Okay, so 3 leaves. Okay, forget about that one. That one's a bit of a mistake. And now what I wanted to do is I've got another couple of colours. Where did I put that? On there. So I'm bringing in the Petal Pink, and I'm also bringing in Mango Melody, and I'm going to just sponge with these colours to add a little bit of colour to the hibiscus flower. Okay, so I'm going to take my Petal Pink, and I'm just going to, in the middle of our flower, I'm just going to sponge around in the middle of the flower with the Petal Pink. So you can see where the darker center of the flower is. I'm just coming out maybe about 1/4 inch out from that darker center in the flower. Just adding a little bit of Petal Pink to the flower. Hey Roslyn, how you going? And then I'm going to use my Mango Melody, and I'm going to add a little bit of Mango Melody on the outside of the petals. So you can see we're getting a nice color on our flower. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do. Now, our framelets will cut that out. I know, see, some people are saying it's clear for them and some people are saying it's not. So I really don't know how it all works. I did try and tweak some speeds and things, and I think since I tried to tweak them, I've had a bit of an issue this morning. It wouldn't stream properly. So, okay, so our framelit will fit on that to cut that out. And we've also got our leaf framelit. If I can get it off my sticky backing here. Oh. Okay, and the leaf will cut out that one there. Okay, so yeah, the smoke in the area. Maybe it's smoky on my computer. And I do think that the smoke is playing up with people's signals. I really do. So I've actually done this ahead of time, and I've got my flower all cut out, ready to go to save a little bit of time. So I'm going to now start arranging this card. So I'm going to fold my base in half. So this is Daffodil Delight, and I've cut it at 5 3/4 inches by 8 inches. And that gives me a card front of 4 inches by 5 3/4 inches. I've got a real red piece that is cut at 3 3/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. And I've got my designer series paper, which is cut at 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. So I've done it 1/8 of an inch smaller than my real red layer. So I'm actually going to use my multi-purpose glue, and I'm going to glue that designer series paper onto my real red layer. And I apologize for my glue nearly running out, but I'm trying to use up all the ends of my opened glue before I open a new one. So you can see it's got a 1/16 of an inch border all the way around. So it's a tiny, minute border, but it's enough to give that a bit of oomph on the front of your card. Okay, so I'm actually going to, with some dimensionals, pop that up onto some dimensionals. And once again, one's in the middle, down the sides, and then just straddle those two. And that's enough. I think we have been struggling. Optus internet has been struggling lately. There's some people that don't even have any internet signal at the moment around our local area. So we are struggling with really bad internet. And the other day I actually tried to upload a video, and it took longer than 24 hours to upload a video. And normally it takes like, I don't know, 30 minutes. So I do apologize, but I'm trying to bring you some crafting no matter what. So I've popped that up onto some dimensionals on the front there. And then I've got our gorgeous hibiscus, and I'm just going to, I'm going to pop it up onto some dimensionals first, and then I'm going to pop my leaves in underneath. So I might just keep my dimensionals in towards the center so I can actually pop those leaves in underneath. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that on the front like that. And then with some glue dots, I'm going to take some glue dots and pop my leaves in underneath. So I'm just going to pop one leaf in there and another leaf in there. And I think this leaf can go up there. Okay, so we've got our leaves all in place. So now I'm going to bring in a piece of Very Vanilla, and I've got the Sentiment out of this stamp set that says our friendship is timeless, which I think is a really beautiful sentiment. So I'm going to stamp that in, hey Beth, how you going? So I'm going to stamp that in our real red. And I'm going to stamp that in the middle, like so. I'm going to grab my triple banner punch from here and banner the ends. So pop that in. And banner the end like that. And I actually want that not bannered in too far. Okay. Is that going to be okay, or is it too little? No, it's too long. Take it in a bit more. Okay. So like so. Now I'm going to show you a really neat trick with this braided trim, because I love it the way it is, but I'm going to show you a really neat trick. So I've just measured across the front of my card so that we get it the same width as the front layer. And then I'm just going to, with the ends, I'm going to fray the ends out. So just like that and like that on the ends. And it just gives it that ruffled sort of look, rugged look. And I'm going to pop a bit of double-sided tape onto the front of my card. Thank you, Linda. Thank you very much. Hello from the Netherlands. Thank you for joining. I love seeing where my crafting videos reach. It is so wonderful to think that we can connect on the internet all over the world. Okay, so I'm just going to grab that. I've been having trouble with this one roll of double-sided tape, getting that backing paper off. But once I get it going, it works. So I'm then going to, just with that, glue that on with my frayed edges. But see how cute that looks with the frayed edges? And then I'm going to grab some dimensionals and pop this up onto some dimensionals. And this was one of the sets. It was one of the prize patrols, and I was so hoping, there was only 2 lots of us that hadn't got our prize patrols at on stage, and I was so wanting to get this, and I missed out. I ended up being the last number to be drawn for the prize patrol. So I'm just going to pop that along there on the dimensionals. And now with the little element, I'm going to pop just a little leaf, I think, just here, which I think looks super cute. So I'm going to pop that leaf onto some glue dots to pop that on. So I'm going to pop a couple of glue dots on the back of these enamel shapes, just to make sure it glues really well. And I'm just going to pop it down there. And then, once again, a wink of Stella, because I want this to look really, really pretty. So I'm going to pop some wink of Stella in the center of the flower. And just a couple of little bits there. So where the highlight is, just a bit of wink of Stella on there. And I think probably some on my leaves. We want the leaves to look pretty. And the wink of Stella will shift some of your glue on the leaves as well. So it'll, some of your ink on the leaves as well. So it will colour the leaves a little bit with your pear pizzazz there as well. But there you have another super cute card using the Timeless Tropical stamp set. So thank you very much, Matthew. Thank you. It's already past midnight there. Oh my God. It's 12:35 a.m. Wow. Okay, so I'm just going to clean up those stamps so I can pop them back in my basket and I don't get messy. And then I'm going to bring in another set that is fun to use. And you may know that Rose Ward and myself are going to be doing online classes. Now this one is actually going to be my first online class. It's going to be the Forever Blossoms. I've actually already designed my online class, so I'm super, super excited about our classes. They will be starting in January. Now the best part is we're going to have 3 levels in our online class. So the first level will be the stamp set plus the framelits, okay? And it will be a roll of our gorgeous ribbon, which I had right here and now it's here. So the gorgeous ribbon, and also a sheet of these beautiful champagne rhinestones. So we'll have level 1 that you get the whole kit and caboodle. So you'll get the ribbon, you'll get the rhinestones, you'll get the Forever Blossoms stamp set, and the framelits. And then level 2, we eliminate the framelits out of it. Level 3, you can just purchase the video on its own. So, but they will be starting, and it's a surprise what we're going to be, like the cards. You don't get to see the cards beforehand. They're exclusive to our online class only. And the beauty of it is it's a surprise. It's a little bit like getting your paper pumpkin. So thank you. So I can tell you our classes will be wonderful. So Rose will design a class and I will design a class. We'll be releasing 2 classes per month. And as I said, the Forever Blossoms is my first class that I will be releasing. So I'm taking some of the gorgeous designer series paper that we have that matches this suite, and it's double-sided. It's got some beautiful designs. Now, with this designer series paper, the colors that they have in it is petal pink and cherry cobbler, which is absolutely gorgeous. So it's a lovely color combination. So I decided to use just a small bit of the designer series paper. We have this gorgeous, gorgeous embossing folder, which I can tell you I am totally in love with. So I've already embossed my cherry cobbler piece of cardstock. Now, is that not just stunning? I can tell you every embossing folder that is new in our mini catalogue, you will not be disappointed. They are absolutely stunning. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pop all that aside. And I'm going to bring in, I've got a Whisper White piece of cardstock here. And I'm actually going to stamp the beautiful flower that we have in this stamp set. I'm going to stamp it in our basic grey. So it's going to be fairly obvious. And then I'm going to colour a little bit to give it some colour. So basic grey is what we're going to be stamping the outline of our flower in. Sorry, I'm just going to ink that up so I can see that it's all inked. This is a distinctive stamp as well, so it has beautiful gradients in the colour. So don't think that it hasn't stamped properly, because it has stamped properly. That is how they've designed the card. The stamp. So I'm then going to bring in a sponge dauber. I need to get a new one. Oh. Couldn't get it. It was just out of my reach. I'm too short. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do with this sponge dauber, I'm going to use my cherry cobbler, but I'm just going to daub in the center of these flowers. So just like so. And what it does is it gives that soft hint of color to your flowers. Okay, and that's more or less all I really wanted to do. So just on the little buds, I'm just going to daub a little bit. I'm just going to make them a little bit darker, a little bit more obvious, but just not actually going round and round, just actually like daubing with your dauber. Okay, And I may do some petal pink too. I think I might. Just to add to that a little bit. So I'm just going to bring in the petal pink. I'm winging this a little bit. I sort of had the idea of what I wanted to do, but I hadn't actually made it. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do is just on the petals now with a bit of petal pink. And that just adds some beautiful colour to those flowers. I'm not going to do anything on our leaves. I'm quite happy to leave them in that grey tone. You have the stamp set with Dutch sayings. Oh, well done. I can tell you, you will not be disappointed. It is a gorgeous stamp set. You would definitely not be disappointed. Okay, so now I'm actually going to use the framelit. So I'm going to grab the big shot and I'm going to cut that framelit out, that stamped image out with my framelit. So I'll just grab the big shot. I'm just wondering if I upload the YouTube video later on, because it's as clear as a bell on my switcher program here and it's as clear as a bell on my phone. Maybe I can upload a clear version of it. We'll see how we go. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up over that stamped image and cut that out. And you wait till you see when it cuts this out. It looks stunning. Bear with me, the table will wobble a little bit. I'll try and go slow so it doesn't wobble too much. Okay, now this is where you go, wow. Does that not look stunning? It's gorgeous, isn't it? I love it. I absolutely love this suite. I said to Rose, oh my God, I really want to do that set because I love the flower so much in it. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that framelit back in there so I don't lose it. Like so. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in, I've got my card base, which I've got as petal pink. So it's cut once again at 5 3/4 inches by 8 inches. This set, Jenny, is called Forever Blossoms. Okay, and it's in conjunction with the one that has the Eiffel Tower on it, which I'm trying to think of what that's called. It's in the same suite. It's called Parisian Beauty. So there's Parisian Beauty, which is a bundle, and there's also the Forever Blossoms. Okay, so I'm just going to fold that cardstock in half and use my bone folder to crease it. Sorry, bear with me. I'm getting all my things out of the way instead of having them sitting all around me like I normally do. So I'm going to have that gorgeous cherry cobbler layer on the front. So I've got a piece of our petal pink with our designer series paper, which is cut at the same length as what our cherry cobbler is. So I'm actually going to glue that designer series paper on. I'm going to glue that onto the strip of the petal pink. So I've got an 1/8 of an inch border down both sides. Okay. And then I'm actually going to glue that onto that cherry cobbler layer on the front. And when you're gluing into like an embossed piece of cardstock, really make sure that you use a fair bit of glue because you need it to sink down into the crevices to make that glue onto the front. Okay, so we've got that. Then I'm going to bring in the gorgeous ribbon and my double-sided tape, which I have a hard time trying to get the backing off. And I'm just going to turn that over and pop some double-sided tape on the top and the bottom so I can pop my ribbon into it. And that's driving me insane there. It's not the right length, so I'm just going to trim that off. Can't leave that the way it was. Needs to be neat and tidy. Okay, so I'm now going to, with my take your pick tool, grab the backing off that. And I'm going to pop that ribbon. I just want to see where it is on the front, so I'm going to pop that ribbon like so. So it's just going to be in the middle of that gorgeous strip there on the front. This ribbon and the champagne rhinestones, I think would have to be my favorite, most definitely. Oh, I need that ribbon again. I put it away, but I need it again. I need those. Okay, so now I'm going to pop that up onto dimensionals for the front of my card there. And as usual, I've lost my sheet of dimensionals, which should have been like right here beside me. And they have now disappeared. So I'll have to just grab another sheet. Oh no, that's them. They were put back to front in the thing. I was thinking it was a new sheet, but it's not. It's the one that I've been using. So see, I was good. I put it away for a change. You want to get last a lifetime bundle for engagement and weddings. Yes, it's a beautiful bundle as well. There's so many things that I want to get. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that up onto the front of my card. And I will do an insert for this one so you can see what I would do, because I've been really enjoying making an insert. I will have to cut an insert though, because I don't have one here. Or do I? Yes, I do. What am I talking about? I was prepared. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that onto the front of my card. Like that. Okay, and I want to pop that like that on the front. Okay, and the sentiment I think is going to be, you mean so much to me. I think that sounds pretty good. You mean so much to me. That one. Don't think those little ones are long enough. It's okay, I can't find one anyway. That one will have to be it. Okay, so I'm going to use, I should have cherry cobbler out here, but where did I put it? In there. Okay. And I'm going to do that just on that strip. No, I'm going to get a smaller strip. There you go. There's a smaller strip. So you mean so much to me. Do I have it? Oh, I do. This one might be better. Yeah, it would be a lovely wedding card, Jenny. Yep. I just think the flowers are just stunning. There, that's what we want. Although I missed the M there for stamping. We'll just turn it over and we'll go again. That's better. Much better. Okay. So I'm now going to pop that up on the front. Yeah, who's been looking at the sun of a nighttime and of a morning? It's been like last night it was super a deep orange color. I know they were saying that in Sydney the sun was like blood red with all these fires that have been going on. It's just amazing to see the color of it is just, and even the actual atmosphere, it's just got this real goldy glow all about it. Okay, so I'm just going to straddle that like that. I want to do my sentiment. I'm thinking, whoops, that's the side that I want. Okay, I'm thinking I want to do that about there, I think. That looks nice. Or do we want to go down? No, I want to go there, and then I want to pop a bow in here, I think. Okay, so I'm actually going to just trim that at an angle so that that looks a little bit different. So just trimming at an angle. And I think I'm going to bring in my mini dimensionals for that one because it's a little bit skinny. So where was I going to have it? Need to make sure I've got the dimensionals in the right place just behind that one. And the rest of it will straddle that flower so it'll keep it upright anyway. Okay, so you mean so much to me. That looks super cute. Okay. So that, and then I'm going to do a beautiful bow, and then we'll, so once again, so making the breast cancer ribbon, making a loop like the breast cancer ribbon, and then taking it around, making sure that it's all going in the right direction and making sure that we don't twist our ribbon at all. And without twisting, we then create a loop that goes back through where we've gone around. And then what you do is you just rearrange those loops, and when you get it to the size that you want it, you pull that knot tight in the middle and you get your bow to look exactly like you want it to look, which is super cute. Okay, so I'm going to do my double-sided tape trick here with the ribbon because I want it to adhere to the front really well. Okay, so I want it to just be right there. So you can see I straddle the ribbon and the design and the cardstock so that it adheres to the paper as well as the ribbon, so it holds it in place. And we just pop our ribbon in there, and that looks pretty nice. So I'm going to do the insert now so that we can have that looking really nice. So I'm going to mount up the little flower out of the stamp set. That one, and the leaves. Okay. So what I'm actually going to do is ink that up in cherry cobbler. No, sorry, in the grey, basic grey, and then I'm going to colour again with my dauber. So I'm just going to a flower there, a flower there. We might pop some leaves in between them like that, and like that, and like that. And I'll do another flower down here. Okay, so then with my sponge dauber, I'm going to go into the middle of the flowers once again. Your husband took a picture of the moon the night before Black Saturday in Melbourne. It had a real eerie red look to it. I know, they were talking about it on the news. Just catching the end. What a lovely card. We'll have to watch the replay, yes. Okay, so I've got the red in the cherry cobbler in the middle, and then I'm going to get the petal pink and pop some petal pink out further on our flower. Okay, and I'm not finished yet. Still got more to do. I think that's looking pretty, but I think what will set it off, I'll glue that to the inside. I think that poor old Tombo's just about finished. So I'll glue that to the inside. So you mean so much to me. And I'm going to leave the inside blank so that you can write whatever you'd like on the inside. But I want to bring in some of these gorgeous champagne rhinestones just to finish off these flowers. And I can tell you, this just finishes the whole look of these flowers. It is stunning. Once you pop the rhinestone in the middle, it just makes the whole thing look finished. So there you have a gorgeous card using our Forever Blossoms. Now, who thinks that that's going to be on their wish list? I think that that will be a set that everybody will love. So remember, this will be my first online class in January. So if you're thinking about purchasing the bundle, our online classes are awesome because you get so much more. You get a card pack to make 6 cards. You get a video tutorial. The video tutorial and the card pack itself are for free when you purchase the bundle and the other accessible items that we have added to the online class. So, and then you will actually qualify for a free celebration item as well. So during January, February and March, the online classes will be worth so much more value because you will earn free celebration items as well as the gorgeous stamp sets and things that you'll be getting. So remember that will be my first online class with Rose and I when we combine. I have one more to show you. Now this one is a little bit of a different card. This one was a request from Jenny. She wanted me to do one with the golfing set, so I said, okay, I will do that. And I must admit, I don't really have golfers in our family, so the golfing set was not actually high on my priority, but the amount of people that absolutely have raved about the golf set makes me think that it's probably going to be a popular bundle. So I purchased it anyway because I thought, you never know. Sometimes when you look at something and you think, that's not something that I would want to buy. I don't think I'd want that. And then you see other people do things with it and you go, now I want to buy that. Like I thought I didn't like it, but now I want to get that. So this golf set, if you're not quite sold on it, might be something that will have that effect on you as well. So I'm going to use a combination of the Clubhouse, which is the golf set, and it has some framelits with it. So the matching framelits cuts out the golfer. We have little flags. We have golf balls. We have tufts of grass. We have gorgeous little banners here. Banners here for sentiments and things. So it's a really great manly set, like for the males in your in your family. I'm going to use the blends here with this card as well, and I wanted to pair it up with the Mountain Air set. Now the Mountain Air set I simply absolutely love, and I'm going to do a little bit of a quirky card here today using the Mountain Air set as well as the golfing set. Okay, so I have a few things organized here. Okay, I'm just going to set that aside. Yes, I know, Catherine. I know. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing exactly what you're saying. It wasn't quite on your radar, and you were like, I'm not quite sure. But I've got a fun card, so we'll see what you think. So what I'm actually going to do is I've got the color scheme. I tend to struggle with my old color scheme, and I can tell you that the crushed curry is not a color that I use very often, but I think sometimes with manly sets it tends to go really, really well. So I've got a base of crushed curry, and that is cut at 5 3/4 inches by 8 inches, and I will fold that in half, ready to go. And use my bone folder to crease it so that it folds really nicely. Okay, so then I've also got a piece of Whisper White, and I've got a piece of Old Olive. Now the Old Olive is cut at 3 3/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. My Whisper White piece is cut down to, I'm thinking it's 3 and 5. No, actually I think it's 3 and a half. 3 and 3.5, sorry, by 5 1/4. And I have a piece of Mossy Meadow as well. So what I'm actually going to do with this, I'm going to take the Mountain stamp set, and I've got 2 here. I want to do that. So I'm going to do in our Smoky Slate. So I've got the ink colors I'm using. I'm going to use the Seaside Spray and the Smoky Slate. Excuse me. And I'm going to ink that up. And across the top third of this Whisper White, I'm going to stamp down one lot of mountains like that. Then I want a piece of scrap paper, which I'm just going to use this little notepad to do it. And I'm going to ink up those mountains again. And I'm going to stamp off on my scrap paper. And I'm then going to stamp up in behind with those mountains. So just like that. I'm going to ink them up again. I'm going to stamp off again, and I'm going to stamp them over here. So just like that. So I've got a row of mountains in the background. Mountain Air is probably your top 3. I know, I seen it, Catherine, and I was like, that is one stamp set that I'm definitely going to get. The Mountain Air actually has framelets that match it as well. Do I have them in here? No, I don't have them in here. But they have framelets as well. So you can cut them out and get 3D mountains, which is really, really nice as well. So I think that's going to be super fun. So then it's got like a row of trees and some speckly bits. So I decided that I wanted to pop that down below my mountains. And Pear Pizzazz was the colour that I used. So I've got it from the other card that I just did here. So I'm going to open up my Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going to ink up those trees in my Pear Pizzazz. Okay, and we're going to stamp that just below the mountain range. So just like so. So we've got rows of trees and some spotted greenery coming around. Hey Janet, how you going? Or Jeanette, I'm not quite sure how you say your name, Janet or Jeanette. Mountain set is on your list too, Wendy. Yeah, it's lovely. Okay, so I'm just going to pop them away because I've got that done. And then what I decided to do is tear this. And you're going to go, what? What is she doing? What? But yep, I'm tearing it. Okay, so that is going to mount up on my Old Olive piece there. Okay, And then you're going to say, so what are you doing with the mossy meadow bit? Well, the mossy meadow bit, I'm actually going to tear it as well, but I actually need to cut it down to the width of that. So bear with me until I get my cutter. I just need to double check what size I've done that. Yep, 3.5, thought it was. Okay, so I want to bring that down to 3.5, so it's going to match my Whisper White piece. So in other words, it's matching the width of my Whisper White piece, okay? So I'm then going to tear this because I more or less wanted this to look a little bit like grass, and then I wanted this to look a little bit like the green. So Matthew's going, what are you doing when I tore it? Okay, so I'm actually going to tear this in a little bit of a sort of like a rounded, looking like the edge of a green. Okay, so a little bit of tearing happening there, okay? So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to use my cutter again, and I'm just going to trim that at the length that I want it to be. So I think I want it to sit like about that length there. So I'm just going to roughly bring that into my trimmer and cut it there. And we'll see whether that looks all right. I think that's looking mighty fine. Yes, all good. Okay, so in here we have a piece of Whisper White. So I'm now going to pop that all aside, and I'm now going to stamp my golfer. It wasn't on your mind, but it is now. You love what I'm doing. Well, thank you. Okay, so I'm now going to stamp my golfer. Where did I have him? Here he is, here. So I'm going to do him in Smoky Slate as well. And we're going to stamp him. And this is where the blends is going to come in. We're going to colour him with some blends. So we're just going to stamp him on that piece of Whisper White cardstock. Now, isn't he super great? Like, I think, you know, like the action, the swinging action and everything, it looks like a true golfer stance, doesn't it? So I've now stamped that. I have something else here too, which is going to make that look a little bit more like a green. Okay, so now I'm going to colour with my balmy, no, it's not balmy, is it balmy blue? Yes, light balmy blue. So I'm going to colour his pants with the light balmy blue. So if you don't have our blends, my question is why not? Because when you have stamped images like this, our blends are fantastic because we really can bring our images to life. So if we didn't have our blends to colour, him being grey would be a little bit bleh, a little bit average, you know, like, so being able to colour with our blends is awesome. So I'm doing that with our light balmy blue. I'm then going to go back through where all these shaded bits that our stamp has already given us. I'm going to shade them in with our dark balmy blue. So we're going to add a little bit of depth and a little bit of colour happening here in his pants. So it will accentuate the wrinkles in his pants. And then I'm just going to go back through with my light balmy blue and just blend those darker pieces in. And you don't even really have to blend that in. If you didn't want to blend his pants in like that, you don't really even have to do that. So then I think he's going to be a little bit boring, this golfer. He's going to have a grey shirt. Like, how exciting, hey? Blue and grey pants. But, you know, he's not going to be one of those over-the-top golfers that he's got the real smart, weird coloured outfit. He's just going to be an average Joe Blow with his grey and blue outfit. So we're just going to do, this is our light smoky slate. So I'm just going to do his shirt in light smoky slate. So with our blends, the main thing is laying the color down in the first place. So you've got a nice amount of color on your image, so that then when you use your darker color, coming through with that darker color, it then blends that color and moves the color on your image. So if you don't have it dark, like colored enough, like enough ink, you'll find that it's very hard to try and blend when you don't have enough ink for it to move in that ink. And then I'm just going to go back through with my light again and blend those darker pieces in, but it just gives his shirt a little bit of dimension, and he looks pretty cute there now. Okay, and then I'm going to, with our Night of Navy, he's got a hat on his head here, so I'm going to colour his hat with our dark Night of Navy. I'm going to use the other end because it's a little bit fine, this hat here, to see. So I'm just going to colour his hat in with our dark Night of Navy, because he's got light blue pants on, but he's got a dark navy hat to match his lovely blue pants. Okay, now I just want to add a little bit of colour to his hair. So I'm just going to, over the top, even though it's shaded, I'm just going to do a little bit of light crumb cake just to give that shaded look there. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do with our golfer, and then I'm now going to, with the framelets, I'm now going to cut him out. So we're going to pop the framelit on like so and run it through the Big Shot, so you can see it cuts him out really, really well. Well, through the magic of being prepared beforehand, I've already coloured and cut him out. So I thought that would save a little bit of time. So I've coloured and cut him out ready to go. So now it's just a case of, there is, up here I decided that I was going to do the sentiment. And the sentiment in this stamp set says, I hope the next year is full of green fairways, blue skies and short putts. Now I thought that was fantastic for a golfer. You're watching on your phone and on your TV. Phone is much clearer and TV feed is slightly delayed. Yeah, okay. You love the blends, Catherine. You wish you could have afforded 2 sets when they first came out. Unfortunately, not independent wealthy. But our blends now, you can buy them separately. Like our blends aren't like our Stampin' Right markers, so you can buy them individually, which is really, really good. Okay. So I'm now going to stamp the sentiment up here on the top here. And I think I did stamp it differently on my sample, but I think I'm going to use Night of Navy just to add a little bit of colour. So I'm going to ink up that sentiment and I'm going to stamp that just down in that top corner. I hope the next year is full of green fairways, blue skies and short putts. Now I'm going to use my Tombow and I'm going to line that one up on the top of my card. And this poor Tombow is definitely nearly on its last legs. I think I might have to throw it out. I'll throw that in the bin. We'll use another one. As I said, I'm trying to use up all of my scrap things of Tombow. So we're just going to line that up so we've got a great border there. And then the beauty of it is lining up the bottom bit, you just line it up with the bottom corners as well. And it just gives that effect of this is the green grass in behind, this is the green, the putting green, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to line that up with my Tombow as well. So I'm just going to grab another Tombow. Hopefully this one's not totally empty. No, that one's full. This one. That one. Okay. So I'm going to, I think I want it the rough, because greens are fairly rough around the edges of the green, aren't they? I've played golf a few times in my life, but not often. Not often enough to have people that I would send a golf card to. But I know that golfing is very popular for lots of people. So, okay, so we have those lined up and that lined up. So then I've got like a cute little flag here that Will I pop it up? Oh, I don't think dimensionals. I could probably, with the little tiny dimensionals, trim a little bit on the edge. I might do that. Little tiny thin dimensional. So this is where the edges of your dimensionals come in really, really handy, because I can now pull the backing off that and stick it just behind my flag, and it will pop my whole flag up if I can get the backing off it. Okay, so just like that. I'm going to turn over the little flag. I can grab it. Turn over the little flag, and I'm going to pop my dimensional on the back. Just like so. That's good. Take the backing off him. And we're going to pop him up just here on the green. Just like that. And our golfer, I think we're going to pop him up as well. So we need some dimensionals on the back for him. The grass at his feet might need to be green too. Okay, that sounds like a great idea. We will do that. Okay, light old olive. Thank you, Wendy, for pointing that out. That sounds like a very good plan. And I probably need it to be dark because he's actually standing on the green. So we'll use dark old olive. If I had Mossy Meadow, but I don't have Mossy Meadow. I'm positive we have a Mossy Meadow blend, but I don't have one for some reason. This one will work out well. There we go, look at that. Now he's going to blend in a little bit better. So I'm now going to pop him up on some dimensionals. Oh, you've got a beautiful cold breeze coming in. Well, I've had to turn the air conditioner off here so that I could do the video, because the air conditioner is like right in front of me here at my desk in the window. So I had to actually turn it off to do the video. So it's starting to steam up a little bit here in my room, but that's okay. Okay, so we're just going to pop him up there. And I think just for some added fun, we have these beautiful baker's twines that come in the suite. They're called Country Club Twine Combo Packs. So I decided I was going to use a little bit of the twine on the front here too. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to tape it on the back with some double-sided tape. Janet says she's in her craft room making gift card holders. Beautiful cool breeze coming through your craft room. All my work, it's a mess, of course. Everyone's craft room's a mess. Like, honestly, if you can say that your craft room is neat and tidy, I think you're doing well. Okay, so I'm just going to, with a couple of times with that twine, go around that. And then I'm just going to, with the double-sided tape once again, go over the end of that twine. Okay, so wrap that around and just like so. And trim it off. I just want to spread them out a bit. And we'll just pop it up onto some dimensionals. Whereabouts are you from again, Rosalind? What state do you live in? Yeah, it's very warm here. We've got very warm temperatures. So Rosalind, if you can actually send me an email, I will try. I did actually reply straight back to your email. Not quite sure why you're not getting my emails. It's saying that it's sent. It hasn't been returned or anything like that. But if you want to reach out to me again through your email, please just, I don't know, maybe I've given you my mobile phone number. Maybe just send me a mobile text message and we can have a bit of a chat. I can maybe send you some photos and things on your mobile. Like that could be a way of doing it as well. We can send some photos through to you just through a text message for you. And that way, yeah, I might be able to get the info to you that you were asking for. Okay, so we're just going to pop that onto the front of our crushed curry card. There we have it. And I think that's a pretty good manly card using that golfing set. So, so I'm hoping that you enjoyed that. And that is very definitely out of my comfort zone, doing some male cards like that. But I'll just bring in the cards that I've used. So this was using the gorgeous Memories and More cards. Sorry, I was having a mental blank there. So we've got our golfing card. We've got our gorgeous pink flamingo card that we did. We have our gorgeous tropical sweet card there that we've done, and our beautiful forever blossoms. So hopefully you enjoyed that today. I'm just going to pop back so I can chat with you. And I'm terribly sorry about the internet. If it was really, really bad and really, really not good on your end, hopefully when I'm finished, and I'm positive I put it. If you send me an email, Rosalind, I can send me an email with your mobile phone number and I will send you a text message. And that way then you can grab my mobile number. But I'm happy to chat whenever it suits you. We can work out a time that suits you and suits me, and we can have a bit of a chat. My name is Mari Jose, and that is a little bit long and a lot can't pronounce it. That's why I use MJ. Okay, so Mari Jose. Is that how you say it? Mari Jose. That's okay, no problem. I'm happy that you joined me for the day for a little bit of time crafting. Hopefully you enjoyed and got a little bit inspired. As I said, any of these items can be placed in a starter kit right now. You get to choose $235 worth of product and only pay $169. And I would love to have you as part of my Wild Heart Crafters team. We are an awesome bunch of people. So if you're thinking about placing an order right at this very moment and you would love to get your hands on some of these things and your order is more than $169, you should think about joining. There is no pressure to sell, no pressure to do videos. You don't have to do anything. You can join wholly and solely just to enjoy a 20% discount. So I would love to have you as part of my team. There is a joining special during celebration where you get a mini paper trimmer and some designer series paper, 6x6 designer series paper, and the stamp set of your choice, all for the and you choose $235 worth of product and pay $169. That will be happening in January, but I can honestly tell you, if you join right now, you get a whole extra month of earning celebration items. That is what I'm so excited about. I get 4 months of earning free celebration items out of that celebration catalog, which I think is fantastic. You can never have enough time to earn freebies out of that catalog. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Like, as I said, this is a simply stunning set, and this will be my new online class as well. So remember that our online classes are going to start in January using these awesome new products. So you may be tempted that if this is on your wish list, as of the beginning of January, we will be releasing our online classes, Rose Ward and I. So Rose Ward is Stamper's Delight. So if you're in the US, you can purchase from Rose, and if you're in Australia, you can purchase from myself. So Rose will be designing one, I will be designing one. Once again, I want to let you know that my 2-day summer craft retreat. The first 2 weekends are booked out, but I've opened up a third weekend, and that third weekend is the 7th and the 8th of March. I have 2 spots left for the 7th and the 8th of March. So if you are wanting to come to my craft retreat, which we have a super, super fun time, the basic craft retreat is $160. And that is 8 make and takes throughout the weekend. You get 5 pillow gifts, you get a $60 goodie bag, and you have an awesome 16 hours of crafting fun. So if you're interested, as I said, I've got 2 spots left for my 7th and 8th of March, and then it will be totally booked out. There will be no more spots available. I have optional classes that you can choose on top of the basic craft retreat. Totally up to you. The optional classes will be the Poppy set, the Birthday Jubilee set, and there is another one, I think it's called, I always get stuck on the name, Peaceful Moments is the other set. It's another flowery set, and I'm also offering kits as an optional upgrade as well. So if you wanted to have fun and just have a no-brainer, grab a kit, have the directions and just follow the directions, you can do that as well. So it is your choice what you want to add on to your basic craft retreat. But as I said, 2 spots left, and there is the information in the show more box down below to click on the retreat. If you wanted to subscribe to my retreat, you will reserve your spot with a $50 deposit, and if you are interested and you reserve your spot, payments in total are due at the 28th of December, and that is so that I can actually purchase your products at the beginning of January to make sure we are guaranteed that we will get all the products that we need for your retreat. So thank you very much, everyone, for spending Saturday morning with me, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye for now.